In some matters, I am a terrible perfectionist and a very constant person. For example, in my youth, I had a favorite pub with live music. From year to year, I went there to listen to music, sat in the same place, drank the same drinks. I knew all the staff and performing groups by name, and this, it seemed to me, saved me from loneliness in a new city after moving, when there were no friends yet in a new place for me. For me, the usual little things were important, which created the illusion of stability, that I was always welcome, that there was a place where I could always come. Even when my daughter was born, I sometimes came there, alone, or with her, or with friends, and it seemed to me that there was no better place on the entire planet. And then it was closed. It's not that they closed it, but rebranded it. They changed the interior, menu, concept, and it seemed to me that the world had collapsed. Where will I recharge? I thought, and I was very sad. Until this moment, many years ago, my beloved friend finished his studies and went back to his country. And long before that, I graduated from school and cried incessantly for several days because I could not understand how, after 10 years of being at school together, 6 days a week, and sometimes on weekends, I could live without these people who seemed to me to be dear. And when the boy with whom we sat at the same desk and with whom I was in love told me at graduation that if we were all together for 10 years, then this means something. And he went to Switzerland to study. I never saw him again. And how can you believe in people, friendship, stability after this? I and #39, we've been trying to figure this out for years. I've moved many times. First, inside your hometown, then inside the country, then inside a larger city, and then on to the other side of the world. I moved 13 times in 15 years. I was eternally searching for a comfortable and beautiful place, an inspiring environment, true friends, and the proverbial stability. And it seemed like I wasn't trying to escape, but on the contrary, it seemed to me I was striving towards new opportunities. I decided to reset myself and start life from the beginning. As always, I approach this with categorical courage. I moved to the other side of the globe, where I have no relatives or friends. There are no reliable friends and a clear plan. There is no reserve of money, and in fact, there is nothing except the desire to live differently, in a completely new way. I did not expect such an effect. The reset began with the understanding that my closest friends began to fall off first. I became a traitor to them, who abandoned them, and not everyone pretended to be happy that I was following my dream. But since we all use each other to some extent, I accepted and understood this. They felt good and happy with me when we were together, but I took that away from them. Then I came to the understanding that everything that I had done before, for example, to earn money, makes sense only as experience. But in practice, I need to look for new types of income, new forms of interaction with people, learn everything again, because everything is different here. Even the water in the toilet flows counterclockwise, although science has proven that this does not depend on the location of the country relative to the equator. But the fact remains a fact. Here, I had to learn everything almost from the beginning. But isn't that what I came here for? And then the war began in Ukraine, and the reset continued with even greater speed. My city, where we lived for 4 years, was destroyed. My friends and clients began to die. Following the Russian warship, my classmates, living on the territory of Russia, the country of the aggressor, who foamed at the mouth and argued that killing people and violence can be justified for the sake of a great and great goal, went into oblivion. My mother's brother and other relatives also fell out of my life, as it was not. And I realized that there was no turning back. I have nowhere to go back to. Everything I had a year ago has disappeared. It is like it was reset to factory settings. I have me and my vision of the future. There is my real and great desire to live, and maybe my factory settings of the new me, in the form of my experience, knowledge, skills, will help me create something completely unexpected. Who knows? There is a feeling that when you have nothing to lose, it is much easier to take off. Am I scared? Probably more curious and interesting.